Is MrBeast helping people only to get more views and... What?
Can you start this video differently? Like, give me some...
I spent 100 hours binging all MrBeast's content to figure out if he's doing all the helping only to make himself look good and get more views. Because many Twitter warriors are starting to criticize him, questioning his true intentions.
$1,000, $6,000, $100,000, $160, $300, $400, $500.
24 hours to spend the $1 million.
Some are even boycotting his products.
Fourth MrBeast Feastables display destroyed today. 8 more Walmarts to go.
Others are finding old videos that show him doing this with people for thumbnails.
So like, have your hand reaching for it and then like be like shocked. Yeah.
No.
This is really painful to watch. And in this one, MrBeast even admits that he uses charity to get views.
Most people get mad and say this is a bad way to get views. Tell them like you're okay with this.
Hell yeah.
That's right, YouTube.
Best day of my life right here.
Homeless people don't care if I use them for views.
Like, some smaller creators could literally get cancelled for something like this. But at the same time, I mean, these were different times, and I hope that most people realize Jimmy is a totally different person right now. But as we go forward to today, even with the humility he shows by reinvesting all the money he makes back into his content, MrBeast is at a point where he simply cannot give money to people without getting backlash! Curing people from blindness. Backlash! Giving away 20,000 shoes to kids. Backlash! Even his regular non-charity videos like the Squid Game one got a ton of backlash with people calling him out on his lack of taste and tact.
If it makes you feel better, I'm gonna give you $10,000.
I mean, he's even getting backlash for having a transgender friend, Chris, with people considering if this is a good business move rather than just realizing they're friends. And all of this is really important. So important that it motivated me to spend hundreds of hours creating the biggest video ever about the world of MrBeast and charity. Does he deserve to be praised and loved for all the money he gives away? Or are the Twitter warriors right about him and it's just a matter of time before everyone realizes that deep down MrBeast doesn't really care about the people he helps, but only about the views he gets? Get ready for a controversial video that is full of answers.
This is how MrBeast uses charity to manipulate his fame.
The Chris Tyson situation. Question MrBeast's formative charity.
Sad, insecure people who have no life.
By the way, this topic is way bigger than I thought. My team and I went down such an insane rabbit hole. We gathered crazy amounts of data. We even found his first ever $100 giveaway. And for the first time ever, later I'll tell you how much money MrBeast spent in total ever since his first giveaway video 5 years ago. So here's the timer for that. And here is the first question I want to answer.
Chapter 1. Would MrBeast do anything for views?
Last person to eat food gets my MrBeast channel for 24 hours. And when I say no food, I really mean it. We've all been starving for 20 days now. I don't care how long this takes. Whichever one of you dies last gets to be me for a day. Yay!
Oh, I love this!
I will win! You're saving my life!
Okay, that was just a joke. Jimmy would never do something so extreme to other people, right? But he does push himself to absolute limits quite often.
I am not eating any food for the next 30 days.
It's no secret that MrBeast's main goal for anything he ever creates is to get as many views as possible. He'll go through the highest discomfort to get the best thumbnail, the best video, the biggest idea, the craziest reaction. And after studying hours upon hours of his content, from his super old cringy stuff,
I actually quit YouTube. Like, I've been doing it for about 2 years.
to his new stuff, I can say without a doubt that he applies the exact same strategy of views being the main focus to videos where he gives away money. Giving away 50,000 cookies, giving 20,000 shoes to kids in Africa. I gave my 100 million subscriber an island. He might not do anything and everything, but the biggest YouTube creator to ever exist will most definitely go as far as possible.
Oh!
to get as many views as possible. And yes, this includes strategically helping people and giving away money. It even becomes clearer when we go back in time 5 years. I already told you about his first ever giveaway video with $100 gift cards.
What's up, guys? Hopefully you're having a good day. I'm having a pretty good day myself, and I'm doing a $100 giveaway.
But it wasn't until his first ever bigger video where Jimmy
Going to give a random homeless guy $10,000 today
that he realized.
Oh wow, giving away money really gets a lot of views.
From that moment on, for the first time ever, there was an obvious shift on his channel, which focused on giving away money instead of just talking about it.
When I first made this channel, I used to make videos about YouTube money, in particular how much money big YouTubers made.
2 videos later, he donated $10,000 to random Twitch streamer. 5 videos later, he tipped a pizza delivery guy $10,000 again.
Be like really shot with your mouth open.
5 years ago, at the age of 19, MrBeast changed the direction of his channel,
And we're about to tip her.
making it more about helping random people. And it doesn't take a genius to notice that back then, he wasn't some inspired philanthropist
That turned out really well.
who wanted to help the world and whose main focus was to help people. No! His main focus was to get views. And since these videos were getting views, he started making more of them.
Alright guys, we're at a park. We're gonna drop more money. And you guys should subscribe.
On top of that, if you study his body language, it's pretty easy to notice that Jimmy was uncomfortable interacting with people who were like overly grateful. This whole helping thing wasn't a natural instinct.
Got no legs, my arm's messed up.
Doesn't sound...
Trying to support a family.
Oh really? Do you have kids or something?
But that discomfort didn't stop him because his main focus was the channel growth and the views, you know?
That's your money.
It's yours if you want it.
That's your money. You get to keep it.
Make every giveaway, every challenge and every video as big as possible so you can get as many views as possible. By the way, as I go through all of this crazy MrBeast history, look at this. I found the first time ever Jimmy used this face on a thumbnail. It was 4 years ago. And he's still using the same exact face and it is still working. I don't know if it's just me, but it's shocking to me that it's still working. Anyway, back to the video. For all these years, MrBeast has been mastering the formula on getting the most views. This is his manager talking about it.
He showed me this graph at the time, all his videos dotted on this graph, and there was a correlation between all the videos based on the CTR and the AVD of the video. And he's like, I did all this research, I've done it for multiple channels. If I can get in like this CTR plus this AVD, videos will get over 10 million views. And so in his mind, he was like, that's all I care about is getting this CTR and this AVD on videos. That's all I care about.
He went from this awkward, low-energy kid making far from perfect videos, a kid who couldn't even double-check and re-edit his frustrated mistake. Just see this, I found a total gem on his channel.
So you're probably wondering where I... What? So you're probably wondering why I'm wearing a hat, and it's to distract you from this ugly t-shirt. Actually, I don't know why I'm wearing one, to be honest.
He went from this to a super high-energy, extroverted perfectionist who studies every single second of his video for retention and the highest possible views.
Behind me is an assassin, and if he stabs me with this rubber knife,
So guys, if you put all of this together, like really being objective, if you notice the obvious shift on his channel ever since he gave away money for the first time, you'll see what's always been his biggest focus. It's pretty obvious, isn't it? MrBeast is giving away money to get more views. So, are all the MrBeast hating people right to give him all the backlash and judge him for the way he's helping people to get views? Well, in the next chapter of this video, I'm going to show you some behind-the-scenes experiences that will totally change the way you see MrBeast's strategy. Cause when I added things up, it became really obvious to me what is happening here. And let me just tell you that this isn't a personal opinion, that I speak from my bias or something. No, I speak from quite a bit of experience. We help tens of thousands of people with our 501c3 registered Project Nightfall Philanthropy, and we also work with other charities. I'm very grateful to be in a position where I can say that I understand the world of charity more than most people. So, brace yourselves as we go into...
Chapter 2. Why I wish more people did it like MrBeast.
But before I start this next chapter... Let me remind all of you guys to subscribe to Project Nightfall and join our Nightfam community. If enough of you push this video, if you subscribe, I'll be able to reach MrBeast's Philanthropy and go visit them to show you exactly what happens behind the scenes of Jimmy's charity. Subscribe if you want to see us collaborate. Anyway, time for chapter 2. Okay, Nightfam, story time. It was 4 years ago. I went to a very underdeveloped country, and for the first time in my life, I got to work with one of the biggest charities in the world. I'm talking billions of dollars big. Millions of people donate to them. Your mom probably donated to them many times. Huge stuff. And I'm gonna keep it super short, but back then, seeing how big charities work behind the scenes, I felt really disappointed and uninspired. Isn't it crazy that for most people, when they donate money to charities, they have no real idea where their money goes? CEO bonuses? I mean, look at me as a big charity guy. How about hotel stays for 50 employees? Expensive meals? SIM cards? Yeah, SIM cards. It might be petty, but I remember seeing one guy go to a SIM card store at the airport and buying the biggest data package there is that could last for months. But we were only there for a couple of days, so I go to him and I ask him, "Yo, why are you buying this big SIM card? You're not gonna use it." And you know what he answered? "Oh, it's not my money. Company pays for it." The company being the charity. And it's not just my story. When the Haiti earthquake happened, the Red Cross raised $500 million. And a few years later, NPR found that they built 6 homes with it. In case you're not good with math, that is a few thousand houses short, okay? I'm good with math. So how does this all apply to MrBeast? Well, guys, people who say, if someone really cares about helping people, they shouldn't be showing it off. Or,
if you make a video about helping, you're doing it only for the views and clout.
In reality, these people often have no idea how helpful it would be for the entire charity world to start recording what they really do with the money people donate to them. It's like with the police having body cams to feel more accountable for their actions. And now's the time when you start realizing that this video is a pro MrBeast strategy video. Me, as a guy who's highly invested in humanitarian work, I can easily say that I wish more people did it like MrBeast. With MrBeast Philanthropy, Jimmy is no longer some random YouTuber who just throws money at people for views. He became a legit charity that records everything they do.
This is the stream that they go to come and get water from every day.
Like, it's nice to see this stuff. If you help them, you know exactly where your money went. If you watch what they do...
I created the Beast Philanthropy YouTube channel to generate revenue and grow this charity.
Your views generate money for them, which means you're kind of like an online volunteer and you help with your eyes. How cool is that? And unlike these real big charities that I've worked with, not only does he donate 100% of the money he makes on the philanthropy channel, but he also puts tons of his own money to help run this thing. It also costs him a lot of time when he could just fully focus on his main channel.
Hey, if we maintain this pace, we'll get to the ice strip right before the plane lands.
I know it because my co-founder Sonia and I have been running our charity for over a year now. And if we were to describe how we do it, it would be...
Hi Nightfam. So we literally run the kind of charity that all MrBeast haters would love. We're a video channel that donates tons of money from our own pockets, but we don't show off our helping much.
Hello Nightfam.
We even choose the most unpopular causes that need the most help. But because we don't show off our helping for views, unlike MrBeast, we have no regular sponsors, very few people care to donate to us, a big part of our community doesn't even know how much helping we do, and it's super hard to maintain it or even scale it up to help more people.
Thank you, Project Nightfall, you're the best.
At the end of the day, when we ask ourselves which strategy ends up helping more people, it's the show-off strategy. If MrBeast was like us and he didn't do the over-the-top videos and the crazy thumbnails and the charity for views, if he listened to the Twitter warriors on the internet who want him to do things differently, he would have helped way fewer people. Is that what his haters want? Is that what we should all want? And it's not like the guy's running some cringy charity like on one of these prank channels that really do it just for the views. Do you see the difference between this charity for views?
It's my family's recipe.
It's lunchtime, we gotta hurry. Let's go.
So we can drive with it in there?
Haven't you heard of a food truck? So this park tends to have a lot of homeless people.
You hungry?
You got 20 bucks?
We don't have 20 bucks, but we have some ramen noodles we can give you, man. Back in the truck bed. We have a spoon for you here.
Oh, he's going for a big scoop there.
There you go, man. I also want to give you 20 bucks. So here, I just put it in your pocket. There you go.
And this charity for views?
For hundreds of thousands of kids in South Africa, the only thing standing between them and an education is a simple pair of shoes.
I can't wait for these shoes to arrive to see what a big difference it's gonna
Go
make.
boycott this BS, not MrBeast.
Because what if one day Jimmy's like, screw this, I don't want to deal with all this backlash anymore, and he quits the philanthropy? That would suck. And that is exactly why I decided to make this video, because it's not just about MrBeast, it's about all the people with purpose of helping. I know that's my purpose.
And I know that's mine.
What is up, gamers? I just opened my very own charity. And
but what do you think could be MrBeast's reason for deciding to go through all of this work and backlash to establish a charity? Well, in the next bonus chapter, I'm going to attempt answering that. How did MrBeast go from this awkward kid who felt uncomfortable around people being thankful for his help? How did he go from this low energy, low quality content creator?
Today I'm just lazy. I don't feel like doing, much work. So I'm just gonna record it like this so I can easily just throw it up on YouTube.
To the man who cares to learn about what people struggle with, and the perfectionist who will go to the greatest lengths for a video. Well, I hope this is not too much of a stretch, and Jimmy, if you're watching this video, comment down below to tell me if I'm right. But for all of these changes to happen, a person needs a lot of patience. And there's nothing that teaches patience more than struggle.
Chapter 3. The reason why MrBeast knows what it's like to struggle.
I've mentioned this in a previous video that I have Crohn's. The only time I feel normal like you do all the time is right after I get my medicine, and then it quickly fades away, and then I feel bad. And like, why can't I just feel normal all the time? Like, is it that hard? To be honest, right now, I don't even feel that good. And you want to know why? Because I ate ham at lunch. Yeah, I ate a ham sandwich. I know, living life on the edge right there. I feel really tired, like I have to go take a nap, which is super annoying because I'm a teen. I'm supposed to be energetic, and I'm not at all.
Going through tens of hours of MrBeast content, I found this video of him complaining about his life, and honestly I'm glad I found it because it made me realize a lot. It helped me understand how MrBeast is capable of doing all these crazy things most people would never be able to push through. Climbing a mountain in Antarctica, counting to 100,000, not eating any food for days, spending a day underwater, and running a charity.
100,000.
My theory is that for years of struggling with the super irritating Crohn's disease, Jimmy developed unbreakable patience.
Probably the dumbest thing I've ever done.
He doesn't really talk about this too often because he doesn't want to get any sympathy or praise for this. But I don't think people realize this enough. Crohn's disease can make everyday life super irritating. Right now it may be not easy to see as he's renting $500,000 private jets. But MrBeast is no stranger to struggle. That is one of his reasons for helping others. That might be why he has the patience to spend years obsessing about YouTube algorithms.
At the time I'm recording this video, I have 8,000 subscribers and 1.8 million views.
Finally, that's why he has the ability to make the most challenging videos on the platform a reality. And of course, you don't need to like what MrBeast did to YouTube. I know that I myself really dislike the creators who just copy him. Video by video, they copy and they throw money at people like in a very soulless way. But At the same time, let me ask you, did you like the previous era of YouTube more?
Chapter 4. Does MrBeast make YouTube worse with his content?
Similar to my charity experience, not everyone knows that I have been around for a while. My first YouTube job ever was actually meeting and making an edit for PewDiePie. Then I worked with many people behind the scenes. And I was involved in the previous era of YouTube, the YouTube Vine era. When I lived on the Vine Street with all of the famous Viners. But before I tell you about this era and my experience working around some of the biggest YouTubers in the world, comment down below if you actually know where am I right now. I think it's about time that I finally reveal to you the total amount of money MrBeast donated in his career.
Okay, so final numbers are...
Shout out to my teammates Alvin and Rose, who spent hours digging through every detail and preparing the world's most boring spreadsheet. And the total amount of money is...
Come on, this is the perfect moment to plug...
What?
This is the perfect moment to plug our shop. Maybe use
the sponsor of this video is our own humanitarian clothing line, Honesty. You see this? Or this awesome design? Or this one? By buying at honesty.global, you even get to choose the cause you want to help, and the profits go to that.
You don't just get awesome clothes, but you also get to help someone because you support our work. Please go support our charity on honesty.global after this video. And now, we're gonna reveal how much MrBeast has donated from the very start of his career until now.
And that total amount is... 103,897,817. Whew. That is an awesome amount of money he managed to bring to different people and different causes, and he's only 24 years old. Crazy inspiring. And now going back to my Vine Street times, let me tell you, in the previous era of YouTube, there was this tiny little space for helping other people. No one was really thinking how to make a positive difference. And let's be honest, the content back then wasn't the best either. People like Jake or Logan Paul cringe at their old videos.
Neighbor from hell? Disney Channel star Jake Paul is accused of making life miserable for his neighbors.
I don't care how long this takes, whichever one of you leaves last wins $500,000.
Love him or hate him, as we're in the current era of YouTube, MrBeast is showing the world that you can spend a lot of money on some of the craziest videos to ever be created. And yes, some of them are kind of pointless, but also he is spending even more on videos that actually help people. Videos that inspire today's youth to help others. And that an awkward kid with Crohn's disease can impact the world and become the greatest. If you ask me, I'll take the screaming Jimmy making over-the-top content over morally compromised YouTubers from the past.
Final chapter. I'm starting with the man in the mirror.
And as I close this video, I must be honest, I very much understand where some of the Twitter warriors who criticize MrBeast come from. I know that many of them are good people who are simply fed up with the system, who are angry that some freaking YouTuber is showing them how ridiculous the world is. To know that people spend their entire lives blind because they don't have $3,000 for surgery is absolutely heartbreaking and so incredibly unfair. But instead of hating the guy who's trying to help, why don't you follow the classic MJ song? The most important call to action of this entire video, even more important than you subscribing. As long as you follow the words of our enlightened Twitter warrior, the world will most definitely become a better place for you. I'm starting with the man in the mirror, and I'm asking him to change his way. And no message could have been any clearer. If I wanna make the world a better place, I take a look at myself and then make a change, 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 change,
change, change.